everybody. Welcome to the show. Taco is here, and so is my smallest sibling, Ace. Ace is now going to describe an episode of One Piece that made us cry. Go ahead, you have 30 seconds. The floor is yours.
Okay, I'm gonna need more than 30 seconds. So basically, the main character, Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy, gonna be king of the pirates, he saved an entire kingdom because some woman gave him food, and then the Marines were chasing after him, and he was, like, running away, and all of the citizens of this kingdom that he just saved threw themselves into harm's way so that the Marines wouldn't attack him. Like, they all, like, were willing to sacrifice themselves so that to protect him.
Himself.
And the main Marine guy,
Gravity bro,
who's blind, like, gave this whole speech and was like, "You're a fool, Straw Hat, but an honest one." And he was like, "What a pity. I wish that I could use these eyes one last time to see your fate. One filled to the brim with kindness, I bet." And I was sobbing. The best piece of television I've ever watched.
It was really good. My smallest sibling, everyone, get out of here. Go away, get out of here.
Hey. So good.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that making it into the video?
Absolutely.
Felt like I was there.
Oh my god, it was so good. The show is really good.
All right.
I have a hot take on One Piece.
Go for it.
One Piece is not too long.
I mean, that's something I need to hear because the only reason I haven't watched it is because it's too long.
It's not too long. I swear to God, the highs are worth it. The highs are worth it. It's so good.
I had somebody tell me the worst thing to tell somebody. Like, I don't have time to do shit, right? And I was like, all right, is it worth watching? He's like, yeah. I mean, it really picks up around episode. And I'm like, I don't need to hear. That's like the worst thing to tell me.
It picks up.
Like, I'm gonna. 300 is what he said.
Yeah, that's about right, actually.
It is actually.
I'm not wasting 300 TV episode lengths to pick up.
Ace, I've been told.
Dude, The Wire did it in 5 seasons, man.
Ace, I've been told it picks up around episode 300.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Okay.
Oh no, Ace is coming back. Ace is coming back.
Like, the actual spiel, it's a different show before episode 300.
Oh, well, there
right?
you go.
It's a different show before then. Like, before then, it's like this fun, silly little story about pirates. After that, it's like an epic.
It's a revolutionary, like, it's some Star Wars ass nonsense. It's amazing.
They're two different shows, and like the first 300 episodes are good and fun and enjoyable, and then after that, it's a masterpiece.
Stay tuned for One Piece theories, and that's actually not a joke.
I will do One Piece series.
Get out of here.
It took 300 episodes for him to realize that he wanted to make a show about anti-fascist Jesus who's stretchy. It just took him a while to work out the kinks.
Hey, that's a good joke. Because you're stretchy.
Oh, I got it.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Taco, I understand you have a theory for us today.
I do. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because
is it about One Piece?
It is not about One Piece.
Damn.
In fact, it's not about one of anything. It's actually about 1,000 of one thing.
Oh.
Although, according to Ebony's chart makers, it's only about 300 of one thing.
Sorry, my smallest sibling is One Piece posting loudly behind me.
Yeah.
Her sister was a witch! And what was her sister? A princess!
Alright. You're definitely not gonna get it if you're not, like, you gotta get in the game. Tom?
The game is talking about stupid bullshit until somebody figures it out.
Yeah.
That's why our longest videos, our longest theories are actually like 3 hours, 15 minutes.
Damn. Yeah, no, I want to sleep tonight.
Okay.
We can I bet we can knock this one out in 2 hours 45 minutes.
I'm ready.
I think we can knock this out really quickly.
I think we can knock this out in under 1,100 episodes.
In fact, if you guys wanted to, you could probably
Unlike One Piece.
If you guys could, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you wanted to, you could knock this out in the first clue.
All right. Let's go for the speed run world record here.
Let's go. Let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's do it. We're both gonna take a whole shot. Okay, here we go.
This is from A World of Ice and Fire. And wait, this is a different video. Hi, I'm Taco. Something to talk about. How's it going, guys? I'm here for a theory. I am wearing a John Carpenter The Thing t-shirt, and I'm ready to rock. Okay. This is from A World of Ice and Fire. Beyond the Free Cities is the name of this chapter. And the line is, still further east lie the so-called Thousand Islands. A sea grit scatter of bleak. I'm sorry, Tom. This is the shortest I could make this. I probably could have split it into two. A secret scatter of bleak, wind-swept rocks, believed by some to be the last remnants of a drowned kingdom whose towns and towers were submerged beneath the rising seas many thousands of years ago.
Just like Fishman Island from One Piece.
Bring it back. Bring it back. We're not talking about One Piece. We're talking about 1,000 Islands.
Believed by some to be
A drowned kingdom. Yeah, last remnants of a drowned kingdom. I'm sorry, whose towns and towers were submerged.
Ooh, what a cool line, dude. This is why I think that The World of Ice and Fire is a masterpiece. I love
The World of Ice and Fire.
It is a fictional history book where
Which is cool.
it's awesome. It is by leaps and bounds the nerdiest thing in this fandom.
Yeah, but it's exactly what a nerd like me, like somebody who digs into lore. I don't think I would even got into A Song of Ice and Fire if it was Fire and Blood. Like, Fire and Blood came in right about the time where I started to really get into it. And then A World of Ice and Fire already existed. Like, I already was watching all the movies, and I was already watching other YouTube stuff. Because I got in the theory stuff before I ever read the books. Like, I was watching all the YouTubers before I ever read it. But, like, I'm glad I waited until there was enough more to just chomp on. But once I really got into it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because I'm a lore guy.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about it then. All right, we're just gonna take a couple of shots. Well, Zach, let's do a couple of memes, and then and then we'll try to whole shot the theories. Okay.
My first thought is: are you insisting that the parts of Westeros that get shadowy eventually connect to the northern part of New York that borders Canada?
No.
The joke for those of you who haven't grown up in the part of New York that isn't the island that has everybody on it in the bottom of the Hudson.
The island that has everybody on it is such a good phrase.
Kind of what it is, right?
Yeah, no, if you live in the other part of New York that's more sparsely populated, famous tourist destination and like place people live when they like being cold but also near water is called the Thousand Islands. I was there recently. It's quite gorgeous. It is really nice. And it's presumably not what George was going after. Or maybe he was.
Maybe he was talking about the dressing.
I hear Ithaca is gorgeous.
This time. You know, the only reason I know Ithaca is because it is the college that Road Trip, the movie. Tom Green, Breckenmeyer, the skinny dude.
Dude.
What's the skinny? DJ Qualms and John Williams Scott. That movie is stacked. Oh my god. Road Trip. You're welcome. Watch it. Thank me later.
God,
there's a Ween song in that movie.
There's a
Ween song?
Yeah, they play Voodoo Lady while they're driving around in the bus. You're welcome.
This is not what I thought the word Ween song was gonna refer to. It's not what I thought
Ween.
that you were gonna.
Yeah, the
amazing band
famous
Ween.
Pennsylvania band Ween.
Yeah, one of you guys are from Pennsylvania, right? Or
I know we're both from New York, and I'm back in New York now. But I lived in Pennsylvania the last 3 years, so, and my girlfriend's from Pennsylvania, so I have adopted the Philly culture to some extent, and I know which bands are from the Philly suburbs because it's required to not get into a fight.
Yep, and also they have a song called "Chocolate Town," which might be about Hershey, but I don't know.
Oh yeah,
so I do know other people who live.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I do know other people who live in Pennsylvania who are Bills fans, which is funny.
I met. Oh god, I can't tell this story.
Yeah,
This-
let's go.
This
Thousand Islands.
this doxes me a little bit, but it is one of my funniest stories of all time, and I can't tell it on this video.
Zach, you can't just start teasing people about your doxing stories and then not dox yourself.
It doesn't really dox me that much. You would just know a job I had at one point.
All right, never mind. We're moving on. So I assume that there is something in here. If you asked me to like take a hip shot at this theory, Taco, it would be Hammer of the Waters related. It would be an assertion that at some point in the past, probably during the Long Night, the Thousand Islands used to be connected to a bunch of other shit, and the Hammer of Waters got called down, and drowned it like the Neck and the whatever those islands are called. You know the ones.
Okay, no, that isn't what I'm going for. You're in the right vein. Like you're looking at what happened to the Thousand Islands, but that is not where I was going. I'm not going with Hammer of the Waters.
All right, but that's a cool theory though.
That's a really cool theory. That sounds like something that David Lightbringer. I don't know. I don't actually have any, but that just sounds like something he would say.
How dare you?
That just sounds like something he would say. Well, also, I'm trying to talk about the Thousand Islands without Squisher. There's zero. This is a no Squisher flight zone. I'm not trying to Squisher.
We're not Squishering today?
No, we are not Squisher.
Dang. My
you
next
can.
one was gonna be the Drowned God.
Yeah, that's not where I'm going.
Okay, all right. All right, Zach, I'm punting. It's yours. I'm punting like
geez,
the Buffalo Bills 2 weeks in a row.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, I was there. I was there for that. Don't remind me.
Oh man. I'm just jealous you got to go to a game.
No, I got to watch it at Tom's house.
Oh, you were there.
I got to watch us lose to the Atlanta Falcons and also an episode of One Piece.
Yeah, we did. We watched part of the Doflamingo Luffy fight. It was
That's
great.
weird.
I've not watched One Piece since I was in college. Actually, it's not true. I watched a little bit
We
of an
brought
anime
it back,
convention 10 years
everybody. We
ago.
brought it back.
All right, welcome back to the One Piece theory.
Every time I'm at Tom's house, we never watch anything because I don't want to wake anyone.
And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly.
Is it recording or am I looking at the wrong thing?
Oh gosh, I hope so.
It would be really funny if it wasn't recording.
It would be pretty funny.
I guess I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not looking.
We won't know. We'll never know.
This is recording studio 1.5040.
Oh, no, we're recording. We're
Oh,
recording.
we are?
Don't tell him.
I'm looking at the wrong thing. All right, it's fine.
All right, so Thousand Islands. I'm gonna ramble a little bit here. This is a really common fantasy map making trope to have a bunch of little tiny islands that are interconnected in either a kingdom or a bunch of warring kingdoms or a bunch of city states or a bunch of pirate kingdoms, which I think is actually One Piece. And
Got him.
Wait, nine.
Thousand Islands, bleak, windswept rocks, believed by some to be last fragments of a drowned kingdom. This, to me, reads more like Valeria, right? Like this was Valeria 1.
Ding!
Let's go.
Ding! Yeah, you went to the different post-apo. You went to the wrong apocalyptic thing. You went to Hammer of the. No.
And we can bring it back around. We can tie them together. I'm confident.
In their oh wait, no, so here we are. A World of Ice and Fire, Ancient History. So this is the other chapter I'll be reading. The lands of Always Summer, once the most fertile in all the world, were scorched and drowned and blighted, and the toll in blood would not be fully realized for a century to come. So, yeah. The most important thing there is the once most fertile in all the world is now scorched and drowned and blighted.
And blighted.
So I only have 6 polls, and 4 of them are all from the same paragraph talking about the Thousand Islands, and 2 of them are something else, and you already got one of them.
well, okay. I think that there's two reasonable theories I think you can pull out of this.
Mhm.
Zach, I'm gonna do one, and then I'm gonna set you up to spike the second
Um,
one because this
Can
plays.
I double ding just so I can
Oh sure.
kind of enlighten you guys more about the Thousand Islands? Because I
Yeah.
feel like you guys
Yeah.
aren't fully there. Okay. I'm trying to find yeah, here we go. A world of ice and fire beyond the free cities. Through or those surrounded by water on all sides, these islanders, we're talking about Thousand Islands now. These islanders fear the sea so much that they will not set foot in the water, even under threat of death.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that line. Well, fear the sea so much that they will not set foot in the water, even under threat of death. Okay, Zach. Let me Taco. I'm gonna take the reins for just a second.
Yep, it's all yours.
I'm not shit posting. I think this is actually a cool thing. I think, and Taco, don't give anything away yet. I think Zach, what Taco is going for, is that this is the remnants of a like Santorini style like volcanic like circle of islands, something like that.
Yeah, that this was clearly some natural thing formed this, and the most likely thing in that sort of scenario is something volcanic.
Yup. Now, and this I think supports that quite well. As like a piece of something that I really like Taco in this fandom in this series is like the generational bastardization of traditions. Um, People do not set foot in the waters around Valyria because it is poisonous. It may not be poisonous around the lands of the long summer, along the Thousand Islands anymore, but they still might not set foot there. I think that's very interesting. But my second step, Zach, that I want you to spike is about the future of this series and a notable location that you have speculated on in the past.
Oh, Dragonstone.
You goddamn right.
Yeah, Dragonstone's an active fucking volcano, and it's weird that we don't talk about that.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
So Taco, how we doing?
Yeah, if there's a threes thing here, right? That like if super volcanoes are a plot point and can be magically destroyed, then perhaps like somebody set off the Valerian one, and maybe somebody will set off the Westeros. Maybe that's part of the Long Night, right? There's a year without the summer, right? Where it was actually multiple years where crops fucking failed. It was miserable and cold and snowy in the summer.
God damn it! This is something I've been cooking.
Oh really?
Definitely not where I'm going.
I hit you that the long winter is actually volcanic.
Yes, unironically.
Yeah. And that could explain
great.
that could explain a long night. The first few days of it would be the long night.
Yep. A lot
Because
of
there
people.
were
A
no
volcano
fucking
can
sun.
bring in a long winter, literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lock up the sun. Yeah.
It literally has done that in the
So-
past. Yes.
This is not where I'm not exactly going here. I am not trying to predict anything. This isn't a prediction. This is literally I chopped up a paragraph into multiple things you could ding, and I want to just explain or explore in a specific way the thematic similarities with something else. And you've already found both, right?
So, sorry, Taco, you broke up there a
What was
little bit. Say again.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to break down everything we know about the Thousand Islands, which I do have here. We haven't gone over, and you already found the thing I am comparing it to. So I'm really just making similarities between those two things, and I'm trying to get to a very broad conclusion.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
What could
This
that
is a very broad conclusion.
conclusion be? Are there any more pieces of evidence that you think we got close enough to that you just want to use to fill up the board while we're
Yeah.
thinking about it?
I want you. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll give you a ding. But I also want you to think about Not that the doom happened, but why the doom happened.
That's the other thing. Was the doom a intentional act? Was it a natural occurrence, or was it a Tolkien-esque they dug too deep and greedily sort of
Okay,
scenario?
well, I was gonna read a completely different thing, but you just dinged actually completely on that.
Let's go.
So let's read my other thing I have for Valyrian Freehold, and it's gonna be Thousand Islands stuff.
We're on fucking fire today.
A World of Ice and Fire, ancient history. In their godlessness, they delved too deep and unleashed the fires of the seven hells on the Freehold.
They dug too Did they literally say they dug too greedily?
It said delved too deep
Delved too deep.
and unleashed the fires of the seven hells. So I don't only want you guys to focus on that. I want you to think, what else was the Valyrian Empire, Freehold, whatever the fuck you want to call it. What else were they up to that is super messed up and sus?
Oh, Zach, take it. Take it.
Well, they're making dragons potentially, magically,
And what else?
and also slavery, which is
What
bad.
else?
Those are the two things, Taco.
Well, I mean, if
What were they doing in like the islands, the Basilisk Islands? What were they up to?
the Basilisk Islands.
Sorry, not everyone's as lorry as I am. They were doing something very specific that's a taboo. It's very not cool.
They were like creating hybrids.
Ding! Fucking
Yeah.
ding, yo!
It's my
A
favorite
World
book
of Ice and
series.
Fire. Beyond the Free Cities. A hairless people with green tinged skin who filed their teeth, who filed the teeth of the females. Who filed the teeth of their females into sharp points and slice the foreskins off the members of their males. You can leave the foreskins part off. I do love the idea that
I don't want to, because that is the stance that I take very publicly. But
I love the idea that circumcision is right up there with like they file their teeth down and they're monsters and they're circumcised.
Just as a general rule, don't cut people's dicks. Just try not to do that.
Yeah,
But-
if you can,
but Aaron-
if anybody ever says, "Can you cut this dick?" Like, ask
Whoa,
them.
wait,
"Are you sure?"
if somebody's asking to cut their dick, then
That's true.
you know that's what you know.
Hey,
what
that-
people do.
that's
to
the
They
thing.
consenting adults.
You can,
If they're
you can
consenting
consent to your
adults,
dick being cut, but you can't consent to cutting somebody else's dick.
Thank you.
Right.
All right,
Like
cool.
dick cutting between consenting adults is fine. We all agree on this.
All right, cool.
And,
But
and
I'm
I'm
gonna
making,
go to-
a short out of this.
Somebody,
Gonna wait.
somebody, please cross stitch that quote and put it over your fireplace.
All right. Move away. But yeah, besides the foreskins part, green tinged people with sharp teeth. What does that sound like?
Goblins.
Goblin. That's true. It does sound like goblins.
All right, well, I wasn't getting at goblins, but it does sound like goblins. Sounds like the Wicked Witch. Oh my god.
And nobody in all of us.
One that is or ever was.
Wait, there's weird monkeys down there too.
Yeah.
Taco,
You know
there's
what
weird
I went-
monkeys down there too.
You know what I went off on? I did a video of talking. What was I even doing this short I can't remember if this is a video or a short. I was talking about Qohor and how in the Forest of Qohor, and I literally went on a huge taxology rant that lemurs wouldn't be on the mainland of a continent. They should be monkeys, especially since monkeys exist. The lemurs grew up on a island that were cut off, so they were a completely different type of primate. They were just using convergent evolution to act like monkeys. So in order to have a lemurs, called little Valerian, they should be on an island, not in Qohor, not in the middle of Esso. Like, I went on that rant, and I was very proud of. But yeah.
I like it. I think it's interesting.
I'm just saying the monkeys that Victorian has on his ship near the island of Cedars, those should have been fucking lemurs. All right, and then the monkeys that live on Esso should be monkeys, not lemurs. That's all I'm getting.
Now, whenever I get something like that, I always fall back on George
It's
doesn't know that
fantasy, shut up.
specific thing.
Oh yeah.
George doesn't know that specific thing is actually a reasonable assertion.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's a fantasy series. Shut up. That's very acceptable.
No, don't shut up. If you shut up, we stop making theories.
Yeah, no, don't shut up, but like, don't treat that as solid evidence. The answer is if George Martin knew how tall he made the wall, he would have made it shorter. And if he knew how many swords it was required to make the Iron Throne, he would have made it smaller.
Yeah,
but he didn't know that. He put a number that sounded cool.
If he knew that,
I always want to stress this, but I disagree with you. In a lot of fandoms, means shut up. However, in our terrible little corner, I disagree with you means keep going. I'm eating popcorn.
Yeah.
You don't got a book yet. Give me something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a new book. Fucking lemurs. Let's talk about
please.
it. I remember everyone went and talked to. Didn't one of you guys go see George at New York Comic Con, or both of you?
You know what? I actually wanted to talk about this. I did go to New York Comic Con, but I missed the George panel. I met up with Quinn while I was there.
I'm sorry to bring that up.
No, it's okay. Genuinely, it's fine. I have my opening bits folder, and the opening bits folder says, does the fact that I missed the George R. R. Martin panel at New York Comic Con make me a good fan or a bad fan? I'm a bad fan.
It makes you a piece of garbage.
I'm a bad fan because I missed the thing that I ostensibly could have been a business expense.
Meeting with Quinn's a business expense. You were networking.
But
IRS.
That's true. But
Putting that on the record now before you file it.
But I was there with family, and that family was like not feeling it in the morning. You know, like we would have had to get out pretty fast. And I am of the opinion that if you are doing something that is fun, don't rush it. It makes it not fun. So we missed it.
Yeah,
you're
not wrong. I'm glad you had fun.
I did
Either way, a giant Comic Con. I've had a lot of fun at giant Comic Cons where I haven't. So, it is what I've had fun at tiny Comic Cons. Like they're always fun. Nerd conventions are great. People were like, "Oh, what would be your question?" And I actually had one I've had for a very long time, and it was like, "How do you feel about, I don't know how to word it, but it's like your writing or his writing breeds theories, and I'm sure after a few years you hear, R plus L equals J, other theories poking around, but now we've gotten to the point that we have scraped to the bottom barrel where In Deep Geek literally has a video about Dunk's foot. And how do you feel that we are making theories about something so much that we have theories about Dunk's foot?
Now hang on. Hold the phone.
Which I know isn't bottom of the barrel compared to what you guys do.
Hold the phone. I'm actually a little offended that In Deep Geek actually literally took our theory.
No, he did that way before you guys, didn't he? Because that was like one of the first things I watched.
Never mind. I was
really
ready
old.
to do a bit about how In Deep Geek watches our show.
I think he referenced us at one point. I think that is true.
Oh yeah.
I think he is at the very least aware of us.
I got him on the phone. You guys want to hear from him?
Absolutely.
Hello everyone, this is Robert, and you are watching In Deep Geek, and I have
no,
copied
recording.
everything off of Interesting Nerd Club. Thank you.
This is very good.
You heard it here first, folks.
This is Robert. I did that as an intro once, and I got like 3 thumbs down. And I think that like the In Deep Geek is so protected that I couldn't even make it like an impression. Like, hey man, watch out! I was like, oh shit.
You
can talk shit about Preston all you want, but don't talk shit about it in Deep Geek.
The most well-respected member of the community.
One of them. I mean, Shifty and Swifty, 2 separate people. They have to be, and Glidus are probably the most loved. But
Okay. Before
Anyway,
we start,
what are we doing?
Before we start ranking, let's dial in on what
Yeah,
would
Thousand
you,
Islands Wrestling.
Yep.
What's the connection
would
between
you-
that and the Doom?
Would you nudge us in the right direction?
Well, why did I talk about how they are deformed? Why would I bring that up?
Oh, right. We got lost doing bits. They look like dragons.
Fish.
Fish. Oh yeah, you're right.
They look like fish, and they're
They look like piranhas specifically.
I
with the
don't.
small
Yep.
teeth.
I don't have it. Oh yeah, here I do. Here, I'll read. I think my last thing or one of them. O World of Ice and Fire, Beyond the Free Cities. They speak no known tongue and are said to sacrifice sailors to their squamos. I don't know what that word is. Squamous, fish-headed gods, likenesses of whom raise from their stony shores, visible only when the tide resides.
Ooh, Squamish fish-headed gods to temples visible only when the tide resides.
Yep. So that's not their religion. That's the old civilization's religion, right?
Absolutely, extremely cool.
So, what am I trying to say with Valyria?
Ooh.
What's the connection I'm trying to make?
Whoa, are you, Zach? Do you want to take this?
I'm not saying they're connected, but what's the thematic?
Oh
connection?
no, my theory was that you're talking about some sort of like magic pseudoscientific like contagion where they got the same information, they found the same faith, they started worshiping the same perverse gods as the civilization, and it either destroyed them or led to them being destroyed.
Maybe.
This
So,
is that's actually quite similar to the idea that I've had about what will happen at the end of the Night Force story.
Oh.
The fun trolley problem if like an area of like 60,000 people have started converting to Cthulhu cult and you think they can perform the ritual, do you nuke the area that has the Cthulhu cultists?
No. You let them bring Cthulhu. What? Why would you stop Cthulhu?
I know, he's cool and
Dude, I
big.
thought I knew you, Zach. Wait, are you saying that we could be alive for a time when a creature that is described as miles high could erupt from the sea? You want to end that?
No,
Dude,
I
we're all gonna
was
die one day. Don't you want to die that?
this is a trick trolley problem to see if you just wanted to nuke people for no reason and you
No, I
passed.
wouldn't nuke those guys. You know what? I'd nuke you for trying to stop it.
That's correct. That is a good trolley problem.
I always find the idea of dying in like a world-ending apocalypse as being very romantic, because then I know that I'm like not gonna miss any movies I really for me because the whole world died with me. You know, like cool. I'm not gonna miss anybody. No one's gonna mourn me. You know, like Cthulhu ate us all at the same time.
You know what?
Yep.
I can see how that
Just saying.
that could feel like that is a comforting death to imagine.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. I know
as
that's
they go,
super fucking bleak, but as deaths go,
I'm kind of with you.
yeah, I'm just saying. That's literally all I have for dings.
Okay,
But,
then I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Zach, I actually think that like the phrasing is pretty funny, frankly.
Yeah.
But I think that your point is actually entirely apt. If you see that the Valyrians are digging their way toward apocalyptic nightmares, do you blow up the volcano?
Yeah, like if a dark evil god is going to be summoned and you can kill all the people summoning the dark evil god, even if you're doing it mercilessly and in cold blood and hitting a bunch of people who aren't in the process of summoning the evil god, like if the evil god is game over, like trolley problem, right? Like you kind of have to do it. If the trolley If the trolley runs over 6 people and hits Cthulhu in the face, it was worth it.
Dude, it's so funny. I literally thought your trolley problem was just a tangent. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was literally solving the theory. I thought you were just doing a trolley problem tangent.
No, like literally, like
My bad,
is that was blowing up Valyria
That is
the peaceful
what I'm getting
option.
at. So
Taco,
May
I respect you so much right now. You were like, oh, they went on another fucking bit.
well, no, and then I ripped off it because that's what we're here for.
Oh my God.
But I didn't know that it was this fucking theory.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense to me.
May I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you satisfied? So, yes, I don't have an answer to what force caused this, but I feel like both civilizations, one way before the other, I think the Thousand Islands, were digging too different. They were getting too close to something and too powerful. So one was some fish-headed, sea gods, right? And then the other were fire gods, were your dragons. And then something happened where some god or some force or some, I don't know, blood ravens, all my theories go back to them, hit the button, like you said, and nuked it, and punished them because they were both doing they were both doing, experimentations, they were both playing gods, and they're both godless, right? So right now, as punishment in Valyria, everything's boiling, right? And you can't go there. And then in Thousand Islands, the people are there, but they can't go into the water where their civilization is. They're still banished, and they're still marked, like the mark of the beast, right? Like they are still fish-headed freaks. And then it's just Westerosi who are like, oh, they file their teeth, but no, I think their dicks are cut, and I think their teeth are sharp, because I think they are marked as trying to play God too much and punished for it and lost their empire, just like the Valyrians.
I think, and it's fitting, like a lot of in origin myths, you get this forbidden knowledge that damns you, right?
Almost all of them.
That's your Adam and Eve. That's your who stole the fire? Prometheus. That's right.
Yeah.
Odin with the knowledge tree.
Odin with the knowledge tree. Yeah, this is there were knowledges they were not supposed to seek out, and they did, and therefore they were punished.
Yeah.
Guys, I love it.
Like I said, this wasn't much of a theory. This is literally me highlighting a paragraph and then making a thematic connection. And that thematic connection is to two different apocalypse.
This human being, this motherfucker just said, quote, it's not much of a theory, and then described the exact procedure with which we create theories.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm not like, and then Three Finger Hob is gonna do that. It's not. I'm literally just saying, hey man, this thing is like this thing.
It's not much of a theory. I just found a parallel between two things and then speculated on how they might connect.
We've done that for 2 hours before with this many things on the board.
Yeah, this is a great theory. The theory is that these two things are connected, and we at some point will figure that out.
Maybe.
I'm gonna be real. This is huge. This one has changed the way I think about Valyria.
Yeah,
it's no longer they got whacked for being like horrible slavers that everybody hated. Although that's entirely possible. It could be that either they were too close to finding a god, or they did find a god and didn't like what he saw. Like
it happened before.
My man says it's not much of a theory, and then presents something interesting and true.
One that I'm going to bring up again the next time we talk about Valyria exploding. I'm going to be like, that's because they summoned Cthulhu.
This is why we go off on bits, Taco, because if you don't, then it's just going to be good videos.
Yeah, I know, right? Who needs that?
To keep that subscriber count down.
Yeah, I gotta keep that shit down. I'm tired of people seeing my stuff. No.
Hey, if we turned all these into polished theories in like 2 weeks, I wonder what would happen.
If I want to back up why I suck, which is for some reason what I'm doing right now, this is why it's not much of a theory. Let's read number 1 again, and then I'm gonna say one sentence, right? Now, this is still a quote, right? Still farther east lie the Thousand Islands, a sea grit scatter of bleak, wind-swept rocks believed by some to be the remnants of a drowned kingdom whose towns and towers were submerged beneath the rising seas many thousand years ago. It literally says it in the first sentence about, and then all I have to say is like, kind of like Valyria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why it's not much of a theory, because I could have said it in 5 seconds and you went, whoa! Like, it's because all I did was add, oh, now flip 20 pages back and then read that. And it's really just, it's on the page. It literally says remnants of a drowned kingdom. Like, it's right there. The only difference is this isn't from the rising tide slowly. This is from a fucking doom.
My man's a theorist. He's just decided to give it a
I'm
different
just
definition.
not. I want to talk about nimble dick, man.
He's just
I
for
don't wanna
some
do
reason
this shit.
decided to give it a different definition. I don't know.
This is a theory, and while it is only based off a couple clues, that's all you need to get there. And like,
good.
I know,
honestly,
but
it's
I'm
sick.
not gonna tie
It's
it
a
into the
good theory.
sisters and the neck and fucking sisterton, like other people. Like, that's why. So it's over encompassing because it's about the falling of 2 great civilizations. But I wanted to keep it small.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
look
we're
at this
having
and look at that.
We're having
Whoa.
a definitional argument here. This is a
I
good
know.
theory.
I'm not arguing.
The good.
I just-
This is an excellent theory. What you mean is it's not batshit tinfoil.
No, and it's not elaborate. It's me going, that looks like that, and you're like, oh shit, it does.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think it's cool.
So can I name the episode?
Yeah.
The First Doom.
Ooh.
Because that's what I think this is. I think Thousand Islands was the first Doom
Fucking sold.
of Valyria, not the video game.
Yeah. Did you know that you can play Doom on Valyria?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still like you think that it's
It's
just
really
a
easy to
huge.
program. Yeah.
You go there and it's just Doom Slayer, like welcome to the Doom of Valyria, shooting fucking demons. I remember like a one of the first memes, like a super early meme, and it was just a picture of the video game like disc for Doom, and it was like my wife came up to me looking for the case for wood, and it was just Doom upside down. It just said wood. It's like, where's your wood case? Like, what? It's Doom.
I remember that meme.
Anyways.
It's an old
Yeah,
meme.
that's-
It's an old
that's
meme.
a really
sir, but
old
it
meme.
checks out.
That's an old meme, sir, but it checks out. Fly casual.
Taco, where can people
Yeah.
find you?
Something to talk about is the name of my YouTube channel. I don't do theory there because I'm not a theory guy, much to Tom's dismay.
I'm not a theory guy except during the times when I do theories.
Yeah, except for when I'm here. I'm a theory on your channel and also theories to other people's channels. I just want to keep them over there where they get watched more. Because I literally have random internet guys working on a theory of mine.
Yes.
And I pitched one to Michael a little while ago. I keep just finding stuff. I think I'm slowly becoming a theory guy, but anyways,
The more you reread, the more something is going to strike your brain and be like, wait a second, we have previous information on this, and they're
I don't
not
even
drawing the
read
line right here. Yeah.
I read it each chapter because I work on each character, and I literally go through chapters pretty much at random and then skim every single word looking for characters for them and for the story around said characters. So I like, as much as anyone I know, I don't read the books. I literally live constantly.
How does he keep on describing how theories are made?
Oh, shut up. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Where can you find me at? Something to talk about, where I do videos 2 to sometimes 1, but mostly 2 to 3 times a week. I have character videos where I cover the lesser known characters of the ASOIAF Fire. I'm about to have my last ever Let's Talk About the Difference, at least for a little while. And I'm now covering locations, and I have a surprise one coming up on Halloween. Will this come out before then? or did it just have Halloween? This might.
It'll probably.
Are you
come
doing
out-
2 tacos a week in a row?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, dude. Then this is coming out the same day as my tie-in of the tower.
Yeah,
So
it'll
Halloween
probably
was
come
yesterday.
Out, Halloween was yesterday. In the comments below, tell us what you were for Halloween. Please feel
Oh
free to
wait,
lie.
And
We should-
also, you know that my surprise video was ready for it. You guys are hearing it first because it's the future. Is the Dread Fort. I'm covering the fucking Dread Fort on Halloween.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Zach, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say, we should do something for Halloween if we have the capacity.
If we have
I
the
need to do
bandwidth, hell
It was
yeah.
yesterday. It was
So
yesterday.
yeah, hopefully we did. In the comments, let us know how you enjoyed our Halloween event, and if it didn't happen, lie and say it was awesome.
Oh man, it would be pretty funny if this doesn't go up on like we do a Halloween thing, and we just miss Halloween with this video.
like we record 10 other things in the time between. This is dropping in like January.
That would be pretty funny.
This
Tell me it
makes
wouldn't be
think
funny.
of like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where it's like, hey, we really need to find those keys. All right, man, when we're done with this adventure, we'll go back in time when we have the keys and we'll set them right here. And then they just like, and you're like, all right, we're going to go back in time and do a Halloween. So it shows up a day ago.
It's one of my favorite bits of all time.
I've gone cross-eyed.
I
Yeah.
love that movie.
Dude, it's the first Bill and Ted's completely fantastic.
All right,
All right,
guys.
I'm thinking of a number right now, Tom. What is it?
Uh,
69, dudes. Sorry.
all right, guys. That's it. That's the show. Thank you for joining me,
Woo.
and I hate you both in your own special ways.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.